Hey guys, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I got a good word for you guys. If you follow me, you know that we just got back from a great anniversary trip. Me and my husband, we went to the great outdoors and we were camping in an RV. It was amazing. The weather was just beautiful, but it was in the middle of nowhere where we ended up going. And so there was a lot of time in the car, and there was a lot of time just being with God. And he gave me a word, and the word was so strong, and I was like, wow, that's a word. I was actually talking to my sister when it happened, and I was like, I gotta get off the phone because I gotta write this down because this is good. But it was talking about don't talk the talk unless you have walked the walk. And I thought, man, that's powerful right there. Because so many times we want to prejudge people, and we want to go, well, I wouldn't have done it that way, or I wouldn't have done what he did, or I wouldn't have done what she did. But here's the thing, did you walk that person's walk? Do you know what the journey was that that person went on that led them to where they are today? 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I was a different person. I was wild, I'll be very honest. I was very much dependent on alcohol and even drugs, and I was just a very dark person, and people would prejudge me all the time, and I knew that they did, but I didn't care, because I was like, you didn't know, you have no idea what I've been through. Like, you don't know the times that I should have been dead in my life. And so how dare you judge me? And so when I released my story, a lot of people came forward. They were like, oh gosh, I didn't know you went through that. And it makes so much sense now. And I get where you're coming from. And my thing is this, guys, everybody has a story, and everybody goes through different things. And a lot of us feel guilt and shame. And that's why we don't break our silence. Boss, Break Out Silent Soldier. The next book, Break Out Silent Sinner, it has so much in it. All of what I went through. But here's the thing, is you can prejudge a person by what you see, but you don't know what they've been through. And the most awesome thing about this is it doesn't matter what they've been through. Romans 3:23 says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. But John 3:16 says, for whosoever. It doesn't say, oh, the perfect ones, oh, the righteous ones, just the ones that, have went directly by the book the whole entire life. It doesn't say that. It says, whosoever calls upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Getting ready to preach. So who are we to judge? Who are we to talk a talk about somebody we've never walked their walk? We don't know if they have went through a recent loss of someone that they loved very much, and so they're maybe self-medicating the best way they know how, or maybe they were diagnosed with this terminal illness. We don't know. But what I do know is the healer among all healers. And what I do know is what God can do, and how you don't need those things that you think you need to get through this. God can get us through all of our traumas, all of our hurts, all of our pains, everything. He loves you. You are so worth it. I talk about all the time, if you're here, there's a reason for that. It took me a long time to realize that, guys, because for so long I was like, why am I here? And that's even why I tried to take my life more than once, was because I was like, I'm just existing. I have no purpose. But it was when I gave my life to God that I realized, wow, he has so much purpose for me. And I want you to know he has so much purpose for you. And even if you're going through those hard times right now, know he loves you. Know he's there for you. And here's the thing, guys. We need to show love. Why is it that we want to judge everybody and not show love? I have always been the one that goes for the underdog. Like, I'm always the one that if somebody's being mean to them, I'm going to stand up for them. If somebody is making fun of them, I'm going to be the one to stand up and say, no. Because you don't know what they've been through. Like, you don't know the walk that they've been on. So how is it okay for you to judge them? You don't know. I heard a story about a woman that she had got out of human trafficking, but how she got into human trafficking would completely blow your mind, because she had went to this party and was invited by the cool girl at school. And so she was invited to this party and she was super excited. The limo picks her up, takes her there. It's a night of drinking and fun and all of this. And when the night is over, her friend says, I'll take you home. And they get in the car and she looks at her friend and she's like, okay, what are we doing? And the friend just sits there. And the friend goes, oh, you owe me $500. And she looks at her friend like, what? She goes, I don't have that kind of money. Because see, she was raised in a very poor environment. And so $500 was a lot for her. And the girl said, well, then you're going to have to earn it. And took her straight to a strip club, to where she got involved in stripping, and then involved in drugs, and then involved in human trafficking. But how many of us, if we saw a stripper, would be like, ugh, that's just disgusting. You don't know her journey. You don't know what she's been through. Here's the thing, you can't talk the talk unless you've walked the walk. You can't say you know how somebody feels unless you've walked through the same fire that they've walked through. You don't know. Here's what you can do. You can love on them. You can show kindness to them. And you can pray for them. 3 powerful things that you can do. And you're going to reach people a lot more when you show love and not judgment. Because I'm telling you right now, if you come down on somebody judging them, you're not going to get anywhere with them. Because I was her. And people would try all the time. And I was like, I don't care. I don't want to know. But now I'm like, if you just knew the God that I know that set me free. And, you know, it's not about religion at all. It's about relationship. It's so important that we know that, guys. It's so important that you know that no matter what you've been through, God loves you. You're never too shameful. You're never too dirty that He can't make you clean. When people see me, they're just blown away, because when they hear my story, they're like, how? And it's only by the grace of God. That's it. So I hope this word spoke to your heart. I hope you're less eager to judge that homeless person, or that person that's dressing a little provocatively. I hope I said that correctly. Because you don't know the walk that God has asked them to walk. You don't know the purpose in their life. I guarantee you, if I had a before picture of me versus an after picture of me, it doesn't even look like the same person, but it is. So make sure, guys, that you're showing love to everybody, because you never ever know who just needs to hear that they matter in this world, because they've been judged enough. Blessings to all of you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.